Okay, let's see who's around today. It's been a while, hasn't it, guys? Well, I don't know if the guys or gals or whatever is there. Go live, go live, go live, go live. Go, 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 go live. Go, 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 go live. Who's that live? Go, go. Eddie! Hi, Eddie. Thanks for tuning in. We always get, one or two faithful. Chris. Thank you. 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 We're hanging around. Let me get some stuff up. Stuff up. Up my stuff. Up my stuff. Stuff my up my stuff. Let's see. Chat we get on YouTube there. Oh, good. So it looks like on Periscope we got the chat thing working. Free weed, drug rehab, and student loan scams. Maybe 2 out of 3 refer to you, or 3 out of 3, or maybe just 1 out of those 3 that you're interested in. Whatever it is, we're gonna cover them all. So how do you like the suit? This is one of my suits from Spoon Flower. Yeah. Spoon Flower suit, and that's where they're down in North Carolina, I think, or South Carolina, one of the Carolinas, and you just send them a graphic. Like I could just send this picture of me or something, and they'd make a suit with it's like a 3D fabric printing. So they could just make a yard, or 3 yards, 4 yards, right? And Naima, purple is my favorite color. I and Naima, we got to get together. I got to go downtown this weekend, but I'll be back for a while in Maryland. And I'll be good. Living large, looking good. Well, that's the debatable, I think. Whatever. All that means, living large. Stanton, that's who that is, huh? Well, I don't know if I'm the boss of anything. We can't even control our own lives. So who the hell, how do you expect to control everybody else's life? Like, I just got off the phone with the Let's Go Talk thing, and an interesting woman, really fun. She's been a truck driver for 24 years. How do you like that? 24 years, and can't do it anymore. Yeah, she wants to get out. Facebook groups. Oh yeah, Let's Go fans Q&A. Did we hand out? Gene, did we hand out everything to the people, the free subscriptions? Did we get that out? Did you work that out with Mary to make sure everybody gets the free prescriptions? Subscription, not prescriptions, but I will talk about free drugs and even free weed. That I certainly will cover today, and that will be fun. Wow! What about wow, Stanton? Wow on free drugs, or what? Which one do you want? You want free drugs, free weed, or free rehab? Hey, Matt, you say free weed and student loan scams. I'm having troubles with both. Yes! I just couldn't wait to do that headline. Free weed. My boy, one of my boys is very active in the legalization effort, and or the punitive side of that, and so he knows a bit about all that stuff. And I asked him this morning, hey, is there a way they give out free prescription drugs? And they do. Not prescription drugs, weed. And because it's medication, it's now legal as a medication or as a recreational thing. And actually, if you saw the data after the last election, the free weed is a great bit. Well, it's not if it's given away free all the time. I did get my free subscription. Gabe told me I won. Yeah, Gabe, make sure, did you give all the names to Mary to make sure the people who won the free subscription, it's not free prescription, you get free weed, not free prescriptions. So make sure they get that, okay? Remind Mary, she'll set them all up to take care of that. But the free weed, actually, if you go and Google free weed, and medical dispensers, dispensaries, and you'll see an article. And I have it there on Let's Go Free Money News. Facebook Free Money News. I just put the article up there, and that's another thing. If you want to keep up on this kind of stuff or the stuff I'm doing, there's two ways. One is probably subscribe to YouTube, because that's a way to subscribe to make sure I'm there, because that's the one thing I do. The other ones I come and go in, whether it's Instagram or Periscope or the Facebook stuffs. So a good way to keep up on what it is probably subscribing to YouTube. If somebody has a different, let me know, because I'm always learning this stuff. I don't know what the hell works all the time. Actually, I don't know what works anytime. I can just try to get me to work. That's the hardest part. So YouTube is the bomb. Yeah, I mean, they seem the most, but funny, what, they're stopping commercials, like, they won't run commercials on stuff that I put, like free weed. They go, oh, it's not appropriate for their advertising. So a lot of these people are regulating a lot, but actually what's going on too is I think there's as we realize that so much in our country is run by us. We provide information. In other words, like, just think, okay, now before the internet, if we went to get news, right, we would go to a newspaper, right? They would the newspaper had to hire reporters. You should do live me. Yeah, I've seen that around. Maybe I'll try it, because to me, what makes sense, most of the people that have been following me, and that's who I bring to them. So I'm looking for places that have a lot of people out there already that would come to me that didn't know I'm there. So maybe live me, that's a good idea. So anyway, what people, live me, okay, before the internet, so you had a magazine. You had a newspaper, anything that were selling information. You had to create, you spent all your money hiring researchers, hiring artists, hiring writers, hiring all these people, to create the information. Do you sell heroin? No, I don't sell anything except information. And yes, be everything everywhere, man. Great. And so you had to, now the biggest media platform in the world creates no information. So you have Facebook. They're the biggest media platform in the world. We used to go to television. So if you want to advertise on television, so people had to spend millions of dollars creating programming, right? You would go to the newspaper. People ran the newspaper, had to hire researchers and reporters and all this kind of stuff. You go to magazines, right? People had to create that content. Now you have the biggest media in the world creates no content. They're getting it all for free. All the content, you and me putting it there, they're selling that content that they give for free. And then plus the information about us. So I think what's going to be happening as these people get bigger and bigger and control more things, you'll see more talks, like the European Union is big in this, I think, about making people, Facebook and whatever, pay for the information. Give us the information. They're selling our information, right? And making money out of it. So why don't we make money? So articles like this. There's an article in the Times about, getting tech giants to pay you for your data, because we're giving them information to sell. So they get customers, and they sell the space to advertisers who pay. So that's why I love free. Yes, Gabe. I do too. So that's interesting, and they're trying to do that. I know in Europe and here there'll be, who knows exactly when it's going to be. I wouldn't bet that farming's going to change your life next week, but it's something to look at. And like the free weed. Okay, if you go on Free Money News, you'll see the article right there that I have. It was out. It's a dispensary out in Oregon. That has marijuana available, recreational use too. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of states have it recreational. I think it's Oregon and Colorado. I'm not sure who else has recreational for free. I think doesn't D.C., maybe? I forget. I live right here, I should know. But anyway, so they give out like 1/8 of a flower, you know, and I was told oh, California is recreational, yeah, okay, and I was told that 1/8 of a flower for free, and that could be, you know, like $40 worth or whatever. Nevada, oh great, that you can get for free, and it's sort of like promotions they have. They also have a free health professional there. So particularly if you're using it to alleviate symptoms you have, you know, war veterans, things like that are suffering because of that how this may help, and they explain the science behind it or whatever's behind it, you know, how it may help them. So they have a free medical help too on that. So that is free weed. I always wanted to do you smoke weed? No, I don't smoke. You know, I guess my last vice is coffee. Drink a lot of coffee. So how much fun stuff that I want to share with you. Things have really been going. Hey, Naima, she had the crowdfunding campaign. See, guys, she didn't know anything about crowdfunding before. She just tried it, you know, on a platform I never even heard of, and she got her goal, and now she's on a whole new career. You know, because she wants to teach people about how to use math. I'm so glad I had you to lead me in the right direction. Yeah, and by the way, anybody out there, you know what? I'm going to start to do some more marketing, and I'd like some testimonials. So anybody, you know, appreciates my work or whatever, either on Free Money News, go to you know, facebook.com/freemoneynews, and I would love a testimonial. Tell North Carolina to wake up with the weed law. Yeah, there's a lot of states. But actually, last election, more people voted for weed than they did for any candidate. So it's coming. You know, who would have thought it'd be this far? At least an old guy like me. But no, I'm looking for testimonies. So either on you know, a good place is on facebook.com/freemoneynews, because there's a place right on top there, Free Money News, and that's something you should be aware of, because I'm putting good stuff there all the time. Like another one I just put up there is free drug rehabilitation. Okay, so you know drugs, I mean, you see the article I put up there is 30%, the amount of deaths increased 30% last year just from drug overdoses. I may just shoot you a testimonial video. Oh, that'd be wonderful. Yeah, any kind of testimonial, guys, that you have, I could really use it from real people saying real things. You don't have to be fancy. I'm not fancy. And it's just all these marketing stuff. It just helps. People don't know me anymore, like when I used to be on TV all the time, and even then they really didn't know me. They didn't know me for 30 seconds. You guys know me for hours, and you could see I'm a different guy than the one who was doing, you know, 30 and 60-second commercials. That's when I had to, so crazy, just to get your attention, all those channel clickers, you know, and that was my point in that. But now it's different, and I think people who follow this know my heart more, what I'm trying to do, and yeah, I'm trying to get that, people, because I'm not in to make a ton of dough anymore. I mean, that sounds stupid after a while. You know, actually, I was just thinking about money is like ice cream, you know, and why are we so addicted? Like, man, I can't have one scoop of ice cream, you know, because then I have to eat the whole half gallon. You know, that's how I turned out to be a fat kid. So there's something in our DNA, either as Americans or Slovak or whatever it is. Man, you just can't have one. And I think money is like that in our life too. I mean, when does it stop? You know, when does it stop? How much do we need? You see these rich people, all they want to do is make more fucking money, more. Why? What else you got? How many cars do you need? How big of a house do you really need, man? You know, and it seems it's like eating more ice cream. It just becomes dysfunctional in your life, you know. If that's all you're doing, and I think as human beings we're here to help each other, or whatever. You've come a long way from them commercials I used to want as a kid. I really to apply. Oh, thank you. It never stops. Yeah, I mean it's addictive. It's like ice cream or addictive drugs or whatever, and you just want more. I mean, what are you going to do with a basement full of money? You're just going to fucking die, and it's going to stay there. And make your kids lazy. So I'm not leaving a penny to anybody. It's fun to try to make it, and that's the important. But give them the tools. I mean, some people do need help, and that's a different, kind of situation. But to work only for money. I mean, that's why to me, what I'm trying to do, I hope my work would help people find like Naima. I mean, she really has a passion for helping people with math. That's what she wants to do. She has to make money too. She's a mom and has to raise kids. And all these, so that's very important. So how do you do the most? But getting $1 million at that really made me feel nice. I feel we do it to impress other people more than anything else. It's not. You're not growing your soul by doing that. You're growing your ego, I guess. And that's important too. We all have egos, and that's important. So it's a balancing act. The whole life is, and it's trying to remember that. It's just too easy to get caught up in that second scoop of ice cream and the third scoop of ice cream and the fourth. And pretty soon you have the pint gone, then you have the quart gone, then you have the half-gallon gone. Yeah, and you still can't move. But boy, I bet I can put more down. Why? It becomes, it starts to hurt your life. So I think all the things that are addictive like that, money, I mean, after a certain level, and you see the data I've seen all the time about happiness level, I mean, it is up to about, 50, 75,000, that's when money is important in people's life. Scholarship for West Africa, yes, you could go there for free. And then after that, the amount of money doesn't determine, how much more happy you are. And I think, to me, happiness seems, and I'm an old guy, so you can't trust me. What I thought at 30, I certainly didn't think this way. I mean, it was in there, but it wasn't coming out because I didn't know how to get it out, didn't know what was in there. The society around me didn't encourage it. Maybe if I went to the priesthood, then that'd be different, But it is really helping and giving, and that satisfies your soul. I mean, what are you gonna, you want to be known because you have a bigger car than anybody else. But that seems that we do in this world, whatever. Okay, so now, so we covered weed. I show you how to get that. Okay, I like the business handling. I like a business handing out cash to those need it without all the red tape. Yeah, well, okay, you have to make it first, you have to find it first. You can do that. Why not? You help people do what I do. Show people where that cash already is and help them get it. That's another way. That's a Stanton writing that. You've helped my philanthropist mind grow. I just need the funds to do it. Well, I mean, that's true. Everybody says, oh, if I had a lot of money, I would change the world. You don't need a lot of money to change the world. You just have to do things. Go out and help somebody. Find that problem and just go down and help them. People change by just you paying attention to them. You don't have to, so many people, you have to learn how to take care of yourself first, and then you can help other people. Scholarship for West Africa. You want to go to West Africa? I mean, to me, I interviewed a woman who was going to grad school, and she wanted to work in underdeveloped countries and NGO kind of stuff. And she was going to go to Berkeley, and it was going to be debt of $90,000. And instead, she went to Kenya. And I think they teach all in English down there. So she got a degree for $5,000 instead of $90,000. And she was on the ground floor of where she wanted to work. Now that was fun. That's why we spent too much. Okay, now how about drug rehab? Let's talk about a little bit about. My baby said I go to rehab, and I said no. Drug rehab. I mean, okay, the data, and if you go to Free Money News, Facebook.com/Free Money News, you'll see a link I just put in there because the data now show. People dying in the hospitals, emergency rooms because of overdose has increased 30% this year. 30%. Okay, now that's an astounding figure to me. And it's like 16,000 is from drug overdoses. opioids, stuff like this. And the amount of people using them is about the same, but more people are dying. So we have an epidemic of people overdosing on drugs. There's an organization, of anybody. I mean, this is, see, you say you have philanthropic dealings or whatever. Kick the Monkey Off America writes in to help people. Okay, here's a website, SAMHSA, SAM, and then HSA.gov. Remember, .gov. Okay, if you want to find free help for drug treatment, rehab, stuff like that, because there's a lot of money going out it goes down to the local level, most of it, so it's county level. If that doesn't work, then you go to your county health department and find the services. Don't go to Google, because you'll find people that making money. I mean, anytime there's any kind of problem in our country, people find out a way to make a lot of money, and just like our healthcare system, people make a lot of money on that, the current system, because that's why we can't change it. People are making too much money at it the way it is. We pay twice as much per person on healthcare than any other developed country in the world, and we get lousier results. The outcomes are worser, but we still pay twice. So that means people make a ton of dough at this stuff. The current system, that's why we can't change it. People are stressed out because of increasing prices and a stagnant wage. Yes, I believe that. The average wage has gone nowhere for the last 30 years. Rich people are getting bigger. That's where the growth in the country is. So what you have to be doing is born rich. So the next time you come in this world, make sure you choose the right parents. It's all your fault, for not choosing the right parents. If you were smart enough to do that, then your life would have been a lot better. You'd be going to great schools. Your parents would be endowing Harvard, and they'd let you come in for, even if you were stupid, and things like that. People are stressed out because the weed is not good. Yeah, there's all kind of new problems. See, any new opportunity creates new problems too. But this is important. They have an 800 number, I don't know offhand, but if you go to samhsa.gov. You have friends, your relative, give this out to people that may be involved in drugs that they shouldn't be, and they can't get out of the cycle or whatever it is. I mean, addiction is terrible, like ice cream, man. Our addictive habits, or we want to change everything in the end of 2 hours, like seeing a movie, how the arc of a movie, they're in trouble or whatever, and then they're a millionaire and everybody's happy at the end of 2 hours. And life doesn't happen that way. I heard a playwright saying, it takes us in life like a whole lifetime to stop biting our nails, to change one little aspect that maybe isn't perfect. So you get hooked on something, man, it just doesn't happen that easily. Oh, why don't you just do that? It's a complicated life out there. So that's it. Okay, so we covered the weed, right? Weed me more. And we cover the drug rehab, okay? Now here's the other thing. The FTC, Federal Trade Commission, these are the commerce cops, the people who lie about the people are ripping people off, this kind of thing. That's what they're involved in. People are lying about their ads and things like that. And really, I've helped them a lot find bad people, particularly in industries I've been in, because I was in a lot of the get-rich-quick kind of stuff. That's where I was, because I was doing infomercials and showing people how to get money. And so I would help them, to understand the industry and how to get rid of these bad guys. And actually, another person I was helping, and if you Google my name, you'll see it come up. There was a consumer office in New York who I was helping get rid of the bad guys, and then they turned it around on me and they said I'm lying. They weren't investigating me at all. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing, because I have zero consumer complaints. I mean, I have complaints because people, you just don't, can't say all the ifs, ands, or buts. I have no unsatisfied complaints. That's what I do. I have zero unsatisfied complaints. You think that I did something wrong or I misled you? I mean, that could happen, especially a loudmouth like me. So I just give you your money back. And that's the key. If you're running off of people's money, you take their money and they didn't understand, and then I think that's bad. And that's why, to me, you could say anything you want as long as you give your money back. and very few people that. So that's why the people I deal with now, I work with some other marketing people do, selling my stuff, and I said, hey, you just have to, anybody doesn't feel treated well, you just give them the money back. No questions asked, no time limit, no nothing, no fill out forms, no nothing. You don't like it, even keep the goddamn thing, and make sure you return the money back, because that's the most important thing. So the Federal Trade Commission just came out with a report yesterday about student debt scams. Okay, I've seen them all over. I get calls on my personal phone even. Hi, I'm Nate La. On the student debt scams, it's terrible. Okay, here, okay, this is from the Federal Trade Commission. This came out really late. A lot of us have student loans, and a lot of seniors have student loans. They're 50, 60 years old or more, and they still have thousands and thousands of dollars of debt from the student loan. And some of us have trouble paying them off every month. Some companies claim to resolve that issue by saying they can help you pay them down quicker, cheaper, and get them forgiven altogether. Now, the Federal Trade Commission says, be cautious. Some of these companies are running scams. And here are the tips to avoid student loan repayment scams. 1, never pay an upfront fee. Okay, it's illegal. It's illegal for companies to charge you in advance before helping you to reduce or get rid of your student loan. Companies that make you pay upfront might give you no help and not give you money back. So you don't pay upfront. If they're asking you for money upfront to help you, that's a scam. It's illegal too. So call the FTC, call your state attorney general's office. Get them out of here. Okay, only scammers process fast loan forgiveness. Okay. The government, they're doing the mail pretty good, but that's about it, right? So the rest takes time. Before you know your situation, scammers might say they can quickly get rid of your loans through loan forgiveness program. They can't. They can't. Nobody could do that except the government, and you could do that yourself. Just by, if you don't know what to do, you go to consumerfinance.gov, okay? Consumerfinance.gov, and that'll explain the process, how to get your loan forgiven. And if that doesn't work, then you go to your elected official and complain there, and they will help you get that done, taken care of too. Okay. A Department of Education seal doesn't mean it's legit. See, they'll put little photographs of a seal of a Department of Education or try to imply that they're part of the government somehow. They're not, man. You can't. And that's illegal to do that. So they're just lying to get your money. I mean, the people who try to get money from you think about this 24/7. When you're thinking about it, like for a millisecond when you see the ad. They're thinking about it every day. I've worked with so many people like that, in marketing. That's all they do, trying to get inside your head to find your hot button so you give them money. Okay, don't share your federal student aid, FSA, FAFSA. Okay, don't share your federal student aid ID with anyone, even your mother. You never know. Okay, scammers can use it to take control of your personal financial aid information at the U.S. Department of Education websites, okay? So you don't give anybody that student financial aid number. Okay, last month the FTC announced a lawsuit against, here's a bunch of companies, and it doesn't matter what the companies are, anybody does anything, you just don't do anything, okay? Go to consumerfinance.gov. That's where you want to get help. Okay, they announced a lawsuit. The Federal Trade Commission announced a lawsuit against American Financial Benefits Center. Sounds like me, doesn't it? American Financial Benefits Center, Financial Education Benefits Center, Ameritech Financial, Brandon Demon Vera, don't even know what that is, as part of a crackdown against unlawful student loan debt practices. Operation Game of Loans, they call it. The FTC alleges that the companies charged illegal upfront fees and failed to deliver on their promises to enroll people into a government program that they claim would permanently lower their monthly loan payments or result in total loan forgiveness. If you're eligible, you can do that all yourself. And you can do that all yourself to find out you're eligible. It's very easy. Okay. The FTC also alleges the companies charged a monthly fee for the life of the loan they were getting, typically 10 to 25 years. No wonder they want to do this. And represented that the fee would go towards their student loan balance. It doesn't. It didn't. You don't have to pay for help with your student loans. Okay, this is the FTC. You do not have to pay for help with your student loans. There's nothing a company can do for you that you cannot do for yourself. Federal borrowers can start with studentaid.gov, studentaid.gov/repay. Studentaid.gov/repay. I don't think you'll ever see that. I should have written that out bigger. But studentaid.gov/repay. But if you go to the FTC, you can see this report. There's the FTC report on this. And you'll see it all there. And that's, oh man, that hurts me, you know. And particularly, I mean, I'm trying to show what the government, the government screws up a lot. We all do. I screw up a lot, man. The older I get, I'm screwing up more and more and more, you know. So the government, as big as it is, screws up a lot. But people who learn how to use it are the ones I feel are getting ahead. I mean, that's how I started learning about this by helping Fortune 500 clients. And that's like, Jesus, I had no idea this stuff was here. And they're making millions on it. So now, the rest of my life, I'm going to try to help the average person know what this democracy has for everybody. It's a system you have to learn. What if the school went bankrupt and closed, and am I responsible for a loan? Probably, but I think there's a way to get out of it. Contact that service if they, consumerfinance.gov. If that's a problem, contact your local congressman's office. Okay, because there are forgivenesses on those too, those people that went out of business. So you got to make sure that you're in that hopper and you know everything, because otherwise you'll wake up 30 years from now or something like that, and people say, hey, you owe us this plus interest plus whatever, because it's some financial counselor. I mean, the government doesn't have your money anymore, that some company has it, and they're going to bleed you to death. Before you die. I mean, they're going to take your Social Security. Oh, it's just stupid. So you want to clear that up. Free weed. Yes, we covered that earlier. You're going to have to go back to the beginning. Okay, or just go to Free Money News on Facebook. Facebook.com, Free Money News. And that's, you can find out more about that. Oh, here's some other things that I found in the news you may be helpful. Okay, subpoenas are piling up over sales of currency. Bitcoin. I don't know if you saw that. I did an interview with some big online magazine. I have contacted my city district congressman. No response yet. Okay, contact a senator. You don't get a response. Contact. You have 2 senators and a congressman. So you have 3 places to go. Also go to consumerfinance.gov. Use it all. Use it all, because the worst thing can happen is 3 people solve your problem. It's a nice problem. It's better than waiting for one person to solve it. Okay, subpoenas piling up over sales of currency. Oh, the Bitcoin stuff. Somebody interviewed me, and I keep seeing it. It's recopied into other magazines and stuff like that about what I say about Bitcoins, because I was a free money guy back in the 90s or whatever, and so they want to know what I talked about. And really, to me, nobody knows what's going to happen to Bitcoin. I mean, there's something very interesting about the technology, that's going to be useful, it seems, and as we develop as a world, I guess. So that seems very interesting. But investing in it is something else, and that to me looks like just gambling. You want to gamble? Fine. I think if you don't have money, that's the last place you want to do it. It's a typical scam thing where they have these 3 people that made gazillions of dollars or whatever. It's like, going to Vegas. The average person going to lose. So if you don't have money to lose, I wouldn't do it. If you have money you could lose, you want to play it? I can't tell you what to do your life. Nobody else can. You're the only one who can do that. But that's my opinion. But yeah, a lot of the Bitcoin people beat me up. I don't think they even read what I said. They just like to jump on something. I guess they're trolls. That's what their job is. Okay, the Securities Exchange Commission has sent subpoenas to dozens of people and companies behind the rise of so-called initial coin offerings, a clear sign of the agency's desire to rein in the popular new fundraising method. Apparently, they're using Bitcoins to do fundraising. So, like crowdfunding, like Naima did. She went out and got enough money to start her math course or whatever. Now they're doing it in, raising money in Bitcoins. And the people who regulate how we raise money to start businesses is the SEC, and they make it very complicated, and you have to have all these checks and balances and stuff like that. So I think the Bitcoin is going around that. People are smart enough to get around all kinds of stuff. So be careful. But you can raise money now easier on the internet through crowdfunding for any kind of business, and even as partners. Crowdfunding is usually either like you give them a trinket or something like that, but there's other ways to do crowdfunding now. Even as investors you could do it, and there's plenty of platforms that are legitimate to do that. Okay, here's some interesting news. The IRS expects you to keep your tax returns and supporting documentation for 3 years after you file. So that's what they say. After 3 years you file, you probably won't get audited. So if 3 years pass, you're free. Except if they think for fraud. I think that's the thing. And maybe that's 7 years. I don't know. Check to make sure. And where we check? You call the IRS. Always go to the horse's mouth, because somebody in private is going to charge you, right? And may not even have the right answer. So you call the IRS. Go to the horse's mouth. The total number of private companies worth over $1 billion. $1 billion. God, isn't that amazing? Stands at 229. Last May, it was under 200. So we got like 130 new billion-dollar companies just since last May. That's less than a year. God. Research shows that the typical male, now this is something, anyone trying to lose weight, here's what you do. Research has shown that a typical male elite cross-country skier must consume, okay, it's going to say how many calories. An average person is like 2,000 calories a day. They consume $7,000 to $8,000 a day, more than 3 times the average person needs. $7,000 to $8,000. Okay, here's something you should do. I think it's an interesting idea. This consumer finance columnist in the Washington Post wrote this, is to start an IRS online account. And apparently, I've been reading about this a lot, how people file taxes under your name and get refunds under your name, okay? Yeah, that's a scam. They're getting money from the IRS under your name, okay? So someday you're going to have to pay it back because maybe they filled out a false claim for you. Okay, a way to do that is this. You file setting up an IRS online account. See, and that will, nobody could file it because you'll know any activity. See, if somebody files an IRS tax return on your name, how are you going to know? You won't know. But now you will, because it'll all be in the IRS account that you could see. So if you search for IRS online account, and let's see, I thought I had the name of that account, but you don't need it. That's all. You just put IRS online account, and you will know how to do that. You will know how to do that. I swear I wrote that down. Well, in my head I wrote it out. IRS online account. That's what you want. It's free. You need a few little information stuff. Okay, here's the service information hotline also. If you get a notice about signing up for an online service and didn't initiate the process, immediately contact the IRS online service information hotline, 888-841-4648. 888-461. No, 888-841-4646. Now, let me get a pen and put some of this up. Okay, here's the number. Okay, 888-841-4648. Okay, that's IRS. Okay, 888-841-4648. 888-841-4648. Okay, so that's to set up an account, or actually you could probably just Google IRS online account, and that's better to do. But if you have any questions, you should call that. Oh, here's another, Wells Fargo, still screwing people. Yeah, that's, I mean, the financial service business. Man, see, everybody, all they want is money, right? They're trying to see how much money they can get before they die. Yeah. So if you want to live for that, I guess that's why a lot of people in the financial services industry do that, because that's all they worry about. As long as they try to keep it legal, but if that's your major, motive, you're going to skirt the edges, and you fall over the edges many times. Okay, when signs of fraud appear on a customer's account, such as counterfeit check or unauthorized withdrawal, like if somebody's screwing around with your checking account, found a check, got a check or something, a bank is required by law to investigate whether criminal activity has occurred. Okay, but Wells Fargo has a simpler solution. According to a former employee, they close your account and drop the customer. See, so it's their problem of taking something that wasn't verified, but you get screwed. See, and so there's another investigated or famous financial services company, Wells Fargo. How far can you go? How far can they go in screwing people? Food stamp benefits. Okay, now that's called SNAP. SNAP. We used to call it food stamps. But if you're looking for money to pay for grocery bills, it's usually $400 or $500 a month or whatever it is, depending on the size of your family. It's a lot. Most states have an online process now to fill out that, so it helps. And there's still about 10 million people that are eligible that don't even apply. So and I don't know why or whatever. But now this is a study that came out. Study food stamp benefits are too low. So in 90% of the places that give out food stamps, 99% of the counties, that what it costs for a low-income family to feed itself, this doesn't make it. So food stamps are lower than the average cost of what it takes. It's 27% higher. So the amount of money they give out for food stamps, you really need 27% more money to just have enough food to feed yourself. So that's why we don't think that, but we rather give tax refunds to millionaires. That's what we just did, $1 trillion. Okay, here, ink. Who's a tattoo? I got a tattoo I just got a few years ago. See that little question mark? Maybe you got to look at it this way. See the question mark? Tattoo. 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 And here about ink. The more, see, I used to worry about, I was thinking about tattoo when I was younger, and I thought, what's it going to look like, when I'm 80? And now I got this at 70 or something, and I don't care, I won't be here in 40 years. I said, what's it going to look like in 40 years? I don't care, I won't be here. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay, there are more inked women than men in the United States. There are more inked women than men in the United States. More women with tattoos. And yet business remains an overwhelmingly male-dominated one. Just 1 in 6 tattooers is female. So more women get tattoos than men, but only 1 in 6 people giving tattoos are women. So that's our new. According to research at the University of California, Irvine, California Institute of Technology, and Carnegie Institution of Science, 80% of the United States power needs can be met with solar or wind. So with solar and wind, we could get 80% of all the energy we need. So we still need a little bit of that dirty coal, huh? The latest numbers of Center for Disease Control and Prevention. So listen to this, man. Circumcision is on the decline in the United States, from 64% of boys in 1979 to 58% in 2010. So it went from 64% in 79 to 58% in 2010. So you got 80s, 90s, so 20 some years, and it went down 6 points, right? 20 years, okay. Last year, immigration arrests nationwide rose by more than a third from the previous year, okay. Okay, here's an interesting, the tax bill. Okay, that we have new tax forms, new tax rates, all this kind of stuff in the tax rate. Okay, so Google this, IRS withholding calculator. IRS withholding calculator. Because if you're getting a paycheck from somebody, that they're taking out, you know, the taxes ahead of time. So check if they're doing it right. The IRS put out a free calculator that anybody could use. IRS withholding calculator. So you put in your I emailed Mary about, okay, IRS withholding calculator. Okay, Gabe reminder again. IRS withholding calculator, and you know you'll see a calculator that you put in your income, and then it shows you how much you're withholding that your company should be doing. So you check them twice. Never believe that people really have your interests in heart. You're the one who has the interest in heart. You have a more motive than anybody else to do it right, so you might as well check them. And check them out twice, you know. Unless you don't give a shit, you know. That's fine too. We all live different lives, and there's different ways to get through this life. We're all guessing. None of us really know what the hell to do, and we're all just trying like hell and hoping something works someday. And that's what it is. That's why I think the name of the game is the more you try, the more you get a better chance of something working. You know, like Naima, man, she's trying all this stuff, and then all of a sudden, woof, you got like. Now nobody could tell ahead of time which worked, you know, but. All I knew for sure, if she tried nothing would work, right? So she didn't know it would work either. So you take the best idea, you run with that sucker, you don't spend money doing it, and you see how it works out, because even if it doesn't work, you will learn. You will learn more than reading or anything else you do or asking advice. You'll learn by creating your own failure than anything else that happens in life. So get out there and fail, baby. Fail, baby. That's the only way you're going to grow, is by getting out there and failing. And send me a review. I need some reviews. It would really be helpful, because I'm working with some marketing things, and most of my stuff is so old. So a good place to leave a review is facebook.com/freemoneynews. Facebook.com/freemoneynews. And don't forget, I have a free download here. That gives you the 5 best places that are better to look for free money than Google. Google, not very useful in finding help that doesn't charge you anything. And so 5 free is my 5 best free websites. That when you use these websites, all you get is free money and free help. Nothing like Google, you know, fighting off sharks on every page, you know, that are there to just eat you up. But so you don't want to be eaten up with sharks. You want to do that, and also leave a review here. You should subscribe to this page, or follow me, I guess, on this page, because that's where I put all my new stuff, new information, or whatever, and you'll see new things there every day, new sources of free money, like free weed, and free drug rehab, and student loan debt scams, you know, stuff like that. So that's there, and leave a review, even if you know, whatever you think of me or whatever, my work, because I want more people to know about the information. It's not that I'll make more money out of them, and I certainly hope to, because I want to be self-sustaining, but it's to educate people about this, because I mean, people could say I'm just a huckster trying to make a gazillion dollars, and I guess there's part of me that is that. But the more importantly is that people know about what's available, so they could take advantage of it and improve their own lives. I mean, that's all I want to do, is hard and as much as I can before I die, you know. And you guys could help me with just kind of review, even if it's a few sentences or whatever, it would help me get the message out. I'm just terrible at doing my own marketing. I'll advise people on marketing, but because I don't really have a good product yet. I mean, I think I have one now, and that's why I'm thinking about gearing up more. And the one-stops, I see that is the best thing I've done in a long time. And so if you go to lesco.com, one stop, I think that's the best thing I've done in a long time. I think it'll help a whole bunch of people. I think it's held value for money and everything, and it resonates. It's trying to figure out what's in your mind. I know what's my mind, and most of it ain't worth nothing. So it's trying to figure out how to talk to you. And so, anybody want to do a quick question before I leave? Heather, love your sharing your wisdom. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Heather, for saying that. That all helps. And anything, don't forget, Let's Go Free Radio. Let's Go Free Radio at gmail.com. Okay, Let's Go Free Radio at gmail.com. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Here. And again, if you don't hear from me in a day or two, you just got to beat on me. I'm an old fart. I do a lot of things. I'm very happy. And that's the way to play that game, because you have to beat on old guys. They forget. Okay. Well, thank you. And Naima, thanks again. Text me what days are good for you, okay? Talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, quick question for $39.90. What will I get? I'm not sure where is $39.90. But that's probably lesco.com. And that's you get research help, from the researchers and everything that we have there, and access to the database that is there. My collection of years and years of research. If you're looking for one product, though, and this is more, so what you're doing may be a better thing to start with, but this is the best I have. I think the value for money is lesco.com/one-stop, because then you have a complete, it's like the Bible. It's the information, it's the free money Bible, that you could have for the rest of your life. That you will have for any problem comes up. You got a healthcare problem, okay, where do you get money for that? You have a legal problem, where do you get money for that? You can't pay your past mortgage, where do you get money for that? Any kind of problem that comes up. I need a better job, okay, where do I get money for help? Like the woman I helped today, and she makes like 70 grand or something now, but she just can't do what she's doing anymore. I showed, okay, here's what I showed. She had one of the one-stop reports. I said, okay, here, up in section 1, you go and make an appointment with the Workforce Development Center, and they'll tell her how to get $8,000 to train for a new job, because the current one is making her sick. So all the programs that are available like that, or how employers can get money to train her for a new job and things like that. She has debt she can't handle with, okay, here's the services where she lives in her state that will help get through that debt problem with her and charge her nothing. These are consultants that show you how to contact the credit card companies and get them reduced and all this kind of stuff. All the magic that is behind the scenes, they do for free because they're getting grants to help you do that. She has a mom who needs the house fix. Okay, here's all the free repair programs that are available for seniors, or where to check where they are for seniors. All that is in there. See, that's what we do. You got one stop, for anything, that comes up that you have a problem trying to solve, and that's what I'm trying to get in everyone's hands. So people, I think the IRS should send this out with their tax forms. Everybody should get what the hell they're giving away, and that's important. I think that you live in a country, you're paying taxes for all this stuff. The fat cats are all using the hell of it, and the rest of us should too. But we don't know. We can't hire expensive, people to go look for it for us. And that's what I want to be, is help the rest of the country. Is all that for? Is that for all states? Yes, I got one for every state, Maya, Miss Taylor. Yeah, so if you go to lesco.com/one-stop, find your state. It's there. They got 50 of them right there. And that's it. Most of them are downloadable right now. If it's not downloadable, you'll get it like in a week or two. But most of them are all downloadable now. So you'll see every state. So just look at your state there. That's the important part. This is your country, and we all live here. It's a democracy, so nobody, whether you're Donald Trump or a street cleaner, you have same access.
And that's why I'm trying to get everybody to realize, that this is what democracy is about. Everyone has the same access. And if you don't know about it, then you're not going to access it. And it takes effort. You're not going to make one phone call and get a check in the mail. But if you don't start learning, if you don't start doing it, then see, it's knowledge you could build on. Like you listen to Naima now, how she's doing, and now she's so excited and doing other things. I mean, success breeds success, but you have to go through. It's like learning to walk. When you first learned to walk, you fell on your ass 100 times. So you got to get out there and fall on your ass 100 times, and then you start getting it down a little bit better, And then that's the only way you got to grow. If you just fall down and say, "Fuck, I'm not doing this again," you're not going to grow, And maybe you want to say you don't want to do it again for some things, but there's tools that you do have to start learning for the rest of your life, And it's all out there for anybody, But it just takes that effort. I'm trying to cut down that effort for people so they make it a little easier to find it, or just to educate that it's there. If you don't even believe it's there, then you'll never look. It's like saying, "Oh, he'll never go out with me." Fuck, you gotta ask, right? You don't know. And you gotta know where to go up. So they say no. Okay, we go to the next place. And that's what all life is about, as far as I'm concerned. So thank you, guys. Thanks again for everything and being nice to me. That helps. Oh man, so much. Oh wait, okay, no. Come on. Well, I can't get out of it.